Newborn Saiyans, when they reach a certain age, are sent to a planet by themselves to conquer it, a test to prove themselves worthy of the race they were born into. Such is their rite of passage. Their overlord, Frieza, in fear of the threat posed by the legendary Super Saiyan, gathers them at planet Vegeta to annihilate their entire race in one act of genocide. Bardock, one of their strongest warriors, is openly apprehensive towards Frieza, convincing his wife to send their son Kakarot to Earth, free of Frieza's rule and the cruel trials of the Saiyans as he grows up. Bardock's suspicions are proven correct, and despite their strength, is unable to contend with the sheer destructive force Frieza possesses. Kakarot, named Goku on Earth, grows up not knowing his origins at first, learning to fight and challenging himself to get stronger, not only out of personal desire, but out of wanting to protect those he cares about, living free of the harsh Saiyan culture as his parents wanted. James Gunn's Superman unveiled himself 3 years prior, and depending on your interpretation of the words, lost for the first time after 3 years of fighting, or after fighting for the first time. While healing, he listens to his Kryptonian parents, who wants him to be kind, helpful, and protect people. A point made in the first half of the message because the second half is damaged. Lex Luthor infiltrates the Fortress of Solitude using a clone of Superman and the Engineer. Hacking into the computer, said message is discovered, and after restoring the second half, plays it worldwide, revealing Superman's efforts are in aid of pacifying the humans because they are pathetic, manipulating and ruling over them, executing any resistance, while Genghis Clarking his way through women to breed Kryptonians. Superman is left shaken, all the more so when it is confirmed by everyone to be authentic, leading him to make a difficult decision. He could continue to help people according to the values instilled in him by Jonathan and Martha Kent, walk away and go on a pilgrimage to discover himself, or follow Jor-El and Lara's instruction in raping and pillaging his way through the planet. Difficult as the choices are, he chooses to help people. Traditionally, there are similarities between Goku and Superman. Both of their home planets are destroyed, belong to a race that is nearly extinct, incredibly powerful, embraces their human upbringing while acknowledging their alien heritage, and fights to protect the people they love. In many iterations, Kryptonians are a restrictive people, set in their ways and unwilling to see the signs of decay enveloping them, having artificial births as opposed to natural ones, with a set role dictated from birth. Jor-El and Lara bucked traditions, challenged their role in civilization and went so far as to have a natural birth, wanting their son to live free from the expectations of their race and forge his own path. In James Gunn's Superman, a handful of lines aimed at Superman to be a cruel ruler carries great implications. Here, Jor-El and Lara seem to embrace the ways of Krypton, creating a disconnect between Clark's beliefs growing up on Earth and what is expected of Kal-El, allowing him to discard his heritage with ease, destroying the themes of identity inherent to him, turning the positive association of the S on his chest to a negative, one to be ashamed of and rejected. The immigrant allegory is eviscerated by his parents telling him to subjugate and rule the people of Earth, his new home, with an iron fist, where in prior versions, balance would be to embrace his home, America, while remembering where he came from, grateful for his place in the world. If this turns out to be a misdirect in a later film, it still won't work. Supergirl was a teen when she left Krypton, and spent a lot of time with his parents, giving her ample opportunity to make clear what the message is. Alternatively, she purposefully hid the true meaning because she agrees with Jor-El and Lara and sees Clark as weak for sympathizing with the humans, referring to him as a bitch, making his relationship with her tense at best. Or she was distracted by being a drunken sorority OnlyFans model living off of her Tinder dates, and simply forgot to tell him. Finally, due to the film starting without an origin, Krypton is not established, meaning there is no context for their culture or what their parents' hopes for him were. Such ambiguous world building erodes stakes and blurs understanding related to how characters behave, producing an unstable foundation to not only build a story on, but the entire cinematic universe. So, if you want to watch a decent new-ish Superman movie, watch Dragon Ball Super Broly instead.